let's go, hopefully, to the tavern, captain's quarters. Need to get down without dying. Think I can land onto the lamppost? Yes. Okay, I saw another way down while we were over here before we fell off the mountain. Should be right here. I like the whole shield and spear. I don't know, just gives me very Spartan vibes. Whoop. There we go. Now we'll get to that tavern.
Oh, mother have mercy. Not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to make any trouble?
I promise. I can try, but no promises.
That's just my luck.
It's pretty good.
Take the post turning, they told me. You'll be looking after a village full of old farts. That's practically early retirement, they said. What a load of crap. There's always something. If it's not the deck falling apart, it's a refugee running around biting people.
A refugee biting people? You said a refugee is biting people?
Well, to be fair, he only bit one person. But it was a keeper. I know Mahone can be a piece of shit sometimes, but gods. Now both of them are sick. And Haver's got no clue what's wrong. Which is the only reason that refugee isn't dead yet. So, he's sitting in a cage. His wife's crying all day and everyone's pissed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in the middle of it all.
Has anything else happened recently?
No, not really. Fortunately.
At least he's under the shade and stuff. What happened to the deck?
The deck? Nah, just old wood. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. But I've got no way to fix it.
I got some wood.
Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs me for something. I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bint started complaining that everything here smells of fish. That's a seaside village. What else would it smell of?
He's got a point. I can help you fix the deck.
You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, maybe not huge. There are bigger problems, but it'd be a start. Truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for boats. No one here even uses boats. But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, there's no point in arguing. I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. But if you're interested, I could teach you a thing or two about home decor.
Really?
Not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but, well...
So he's an expert in home decor. Interesting. You're into home decor?
Surprised? Can't blame you. This might sound odd coming from someone stationed in a glorified fish bucket, but I've got a thing for furniture. The only thing more mismatched than the barracks around here is my career choice. But, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit. Where chairs don't wobble. Tables don't look like someone hacked them together with a dull axe, and beds. Well, beds don't feel like they're plotting your murder while you sleep.
I wouldn't have guessed you were into furniture.
Not exactly a secret I broadcast. Most folks see me as Tiernan the Grumbler. But, hey, we've all got something that keeps us sane, right? Mine just happens to be daydreaming about nicer chairs.
Oh, he sells stuff. Oh, he sells furniture. I guess there's player houses, maybe. That'd be interesting if there's a house that we can buy. I would only imagine that would be the case if he's selling furniture. Anything I can sell? I don't think so. I think I sold everything in town. Alright, first quest first. I still need to get to the tavern. Then we'll worry about fixing the deck. And then we have to go to the museum. There's so much stuff to do in town. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, level 7. Let me just go and get that level up. Let's put a point into endurance now. Get more max health, encumbrance limit, and stamina regeneration. My stamina has been kind of rough. Available points. Let's check out another shield. Wielding shield increases melee damage by 10%. Whereas if I put it in strength, it increases it by 5%. So it's better to go into the shield. What else? Block drains less stamina. That'd be good. During block, your shield has a 100% chance to reflect each arrow and throwable. Ooh, reflecting that would be good. People have been throwing knives at me. Armor. That could be something. Increases your armor value. Armor weight threshold, so I can move faster with heavier armor. That'd be good. Increases your melee damage by 1% per point endurance. I think I'm going to go with the shield. Because that's going to be a bigger boost to my melee damage. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Why is this guy locked up?
What do you want? To gawk at the beast?
I guess that's like
well,
her brother?
I'll have to disappoint you.
Husband?
My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be.
Has something happened?
So you really don't know?
I just got here.
If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought you to this hellhole. But you have my sympathies. Just know that Cole isn't like that. Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole. But now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers.
Tell me more about what happened.
One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice.
What happened next?
Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived.
Oh, that's the guy
If
that
it weren't for the other men from
the guard
village,
just said bit somebody.
things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage.
It's so cool
His
that
condition
you hear
started
something
to
and then you
worsen.
see it.
They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards.
When did Cole start feeling worse?
This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realized everyone had a strange dream, but it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time, it only got worse.
Did he tell you what his dream was about?
No, only that, well, it didn't make much sense. But he was convinced that something bit him. He kept checking. It must have been some bug. Something changed by the weirdness. That must have caused his fever, his insanity.
Can you describe how the evening went before the night you had that dream?
Well, it was pretty typical. We started a fire and threw some cobwebs into it. Frank brought them back from one of his treks. That boy could always find them somehow. It was our protection from the night and the weirdness. Ellis was on watch that day, but from what he told us, he eventually fell asleep. We were lucky no one slit our throats.
What was your dream about?
I was in a strange place. Dark. Full of fog. Eerie. I was trying to find him. I called out, but no one answered. I was alone in the night, and then I kept falling, and falling, and falling. And then I woke up.
Where was your camp?
We set up camp near the arch spire. We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. Well, now I know why we could have been right. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe in every strange thing in this world.
Okay, another quest. Can you hear me? He's in no mood to talk. Can't say that I blame him. Can only imagine how long he's been in that cage. Oh, we have a merchant here. And with him being in that cage, it looks rather uncomfortable. I'm sure it's chilly by the water.
Buy something or bugger off. Unless you've already bought from Orla. Then just bugger off.
What's your deal with Orloth? What's this about him?
I wouldn't mind knowing that myself. She stole a lucrative business contract out from under me and my family. Then made herself at home here. Damn those Timberwall merchants. Everyone's always yammering about Timberwall. Timber this, timber that. Bugger them all. Remember, good business, only with Connacht. Fair prices, no bullshit.
What contract?
I just told you. A business contract. It's an agreement. Two sides. One sells, the other pays. Sometimes you can also exchange material goods. A barter transaction. But anyway, it fell through. The captain'd rather deal with that woman. Good riddance to him. Well, it's all water under the bridge now.
You're from Connacht? Or was it Connacht?
Yes, Connacht.
Connacht.
From a merchant
I did get it
family,
right.
to be specific. Though I've always wanted to join the Royal Geographers. To chart the uncharted. But I broke my leg. Badly enough that I couldn't travel anymore.
How did you end up here?
After the accident, I was stuck at home, sitting on my ass and looking after the books. It was driving me crazy. Not what I wanted from life. When that contract I told you about fell through, I stayed here for a bit. Lost track of time. My brother got worried, so he came looking for me. I told him I'm not going back empty-handed. So he said we might as well do business here then. He helped me set up the shop, then left for home.
Royal Geographers?
You've never heard of them? They're a guild of explorers, dating back to the age of legends. They travel across Avalon, documenting all the lost and forgotten places, crawling through hidden caves, discovering old ruins. That's what LSA and I dreamed of. Though, only one of us got to live it.
Who's Elise?
Well, a friend from back home. It was a long time ago. We were both snot-nosed kids who didn't know any better. We'd run around Connacht, drawing maps of every corner we could find. And on the farms, LSA insisted on marking every stone in the fields. My mother used to get on my ass for wasting so much paper and charcoal. Good times.
What happened to her?
She got in with the geographers, started running errands for them. Well, it was right after my accident. I might have acted a bit rashly. Said some things I shouldn't have. You know how it goes. We stopped talking, and then she left Connacht. Haven't seen her since.
What was the most unexpected thing about this place?
First thing I did when I arrived was ask the locals what this village is called. And they just said, wait for it, the village.
The village?
There's also a sunken village nearby. So I asked them what that one was called, and they said, the Sunken Village.
Okay, makes sense.
So I asked what it was called before it was flooded,
That's
and
a
they
good
told
question.
me, the village.
Two of the villages,
How
huh?
do you even work with that?
He has a point. So you pursue potential customers by being rude. How's that working out for you? No. How long have you had business at Horns of the South? He doesn't seem that rude.
Long enough to know what sells. Not that I'd mind having a wider selection of goods, you know. Some more options on offer. But people here don't need much, so what you see is all I have. Then there's the refugees. For now, I guess they're good business. But long term, doubt it. Sooner or later they'll run out of money. They don't have any way to earn it since no one wants them here. They'll get kicked out, or they'll just leave and not come back. But there'll be others around to keep the businesses running, more or less.
Alright, let's see what he has. Just food. I can get crabs off the beach. Not much. How much does this give me? 84 health over 60 seconds. How much is he? 28 gold. I think I'm good. He's a fisherman. We got someone here just looking off into the ocean. He's got a scar over his eye too, but can't interact with him. Let's go to the tavern. Let's try to get this quest over with that I've been trying to do for so long. I just keep running into interesting people to talk to. Mute Finley. Oh, he has got nothing to say. Ron's Tavern. Ooh. It's quite a bit of people, but it's pretty quiet in here. You figured there'd be like some murmuring, some discussions.
Beer from Kunacht, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is. And fish. Lots and lots of fish. What's your poison?
Let's see. Some time ago, one of the keepers left some important documents here.
No, I don't recall anything like that.
He said he left them after the last drinking bout. He said they should still be at the Stale Lamb Tavern. Last drinking bout.
No, listen. I don't know what's going on, but I doubt any of the keepers had anything important on them. Half of them couldn't tell the quartermaster's seal from a pile of horse dung someone stepped on.
He said they should still be at the Stale Lamb Tavern.
But that means... No. Impossible. What if... Holy moonshine. I remember. Sigibald. It was Sigibald who left those documents behind. I've no idea how you found out about it. Sigi. He's dead. Taken by a fever.
Wait, who's the guy asking about the documents then? I met him. He asked me to get his documents back.
Aye, of course I have. I didn't just throw them in some cabinet. I was afraid they'd fall into the wrong hands. He was a good man. I wouldn't get rid of my only memento of him. Here, after what you said, I assume you'll make good use of them. Even though I'm still not sure what to think about it. Things are getting weirder and weirder in our beloved Avalon.
True. Tell me more about Sigibald. What was he like?
Well, he died like he lived, with a tankard in his hand. The boys always said Sigi was a friend worth 5 others. And he was. He was a prankster like no other. Once, he slipped a rotten egg into the quartermaster's dinner. Never a dull moment with him, that's for sure.
Thanks, I needed to go.
No problem. Listen, if by some miracle you really talked with Sigibald, please, give him my warm regards. I don't understand anything anymore.
Okay, so we have to return with those documents. And then I'll work on that deck. Could just fast travel. but I enjoy walking around. We've met quite a few interesting people just by walking around. Oh, I do have a pickaxe, don't I? I wonder why it was red. That's another reason we should walk around for those resources. We still have to also do that blacksmith quest. He wanted us to find a drowner and get some material from it so we can craft our own something. Piece of equipment. Looks like it's pretty early in the morning, or maybe late at night. He might be in his quarters right now. Where is he? I don't see that he's here. Quest. I guess I have to wait for him. Yeah, everybody's asleep. Let's go ahead and wait. I'll put down my... Can I just put T? No. I have to put down my seal. Oh, crap. E. Let's... I don't have any levels. Rest. Rest until 7. Where's he at? Maybe I need to rest till 8? No, he's still over there. He who first set foot on Avalon under Arthur's command, he who forged a path for the king and his loyal subjects, glory and honor to the founder of the Horns of the South. Oh, that gave me experience. Oh, I have to do Arthur's memories first. Talk? Do you know Sewall personally?
Seawall.
Seawall.
He was the first to set foot on Avalon, not me. He decided that if anything were to attack us in this strange land, he would shield me and take the first blow himself. I remember loyalty. A fierce, unwavering loyalty. To me and to Avalon. He must have been someone I trusted deeply. Perhaps as we move forward, more memories of him will come back to me. For now, I only hope his loyalty wasn't in vain.
Leave.
What a nice day.
Okay, I'm gonna rest a little bit more, because I don't know where Sijabat is. Here he is. Hello there.
You're back! Hi!
I've got documents. You're right. There were no problems.
I told you, Ron is a good guy. And here's a little something for you. You know I pay well.
To be honest, Ron was a bit confused.
Yes? What's the matter, my friend?
Well, you're dead.
You're really good at this today. Wait. Oh. Oh, you're serious. I understand.
Oh no, what?
For so many years, I've been afraid to open this letter. But it looks like I needed to read it.
He was a ghost the entire time?
Well, it is what it is, right?
Now he can move on.
And I've been wondering why no one wants to talk to me. I thought to myself, are they mad at me or what? But why are you talking to me? How can you see me?
I wish I have a passenger beside me who must have wanted to help.
Anyway,
He
may
doesn't
your
care.
mother bless your path. See you next time.
That's crazy. We were talking to a ghost the entire time. I did not see that coming. That's ridiculous. Let's work on this deck. Let's see. Repairing the deck. It won't let me... There he is. I didn't click on it enough. I have to double click it. Oh, Oh, these are stealing. Got my athletics up. Dang, he's still over there. That's a long shift. It's very Oblivion with how the level ups work. You actually have to do stuff like run for athletics and stuff. Repair. I need 57 wood. More wood needed. I wonder if I could get an axe, if I could chop down trees. Okay, we're gonna have to come back for the deck, obviously. Ooh, what's over here? Oh. Gold! I'll take the feathers. I think all this would be stealing, technically. Raspberry? I guess not. What is the point of this garden? There's like nothing in here. Oh, I could take these fishes without any trouble. Canine meat. This is good. I'll be cooking this stuff. Flour. Flour. Mead. Okay, in town I couldn't do this. It would be stealing. But out here it's fine, I guess. Interesting how that happens. Alright, what next? Will this tell me a location of a corpse eater? No. Let's go to... I could do that one. Hopefully I could kill that person at the garden, maybe. We didn't get to last time. Maybe this one. The refugees had a strange dream while camping near Arshspire. Could be worth finding their old camp. Where's their old camp at? Let me see on the map. It's not too far away. This map... Oh, wait. Never mind. It's all the way over here. By the King's Road. Let me start with the quest in here. The gate guard, Odrin, told me that I should report to the quartermaster. Let's go do that. And then once I get 50 wood, I can come back and complete the side quest. Or it's not even a side quest, it's just a miscellaneous quest. Is that a cave over there? No, that's just the rock formation. There is a bunch of rocks down there, though. Imagine you just get stuck. Is there an... I think there is an unstuck button? No. Oh, a photo mode. That's interesting. Alright. We gotta get to the quartermaster. Hello there.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope.
He was pretty drunk.
Most unfortunate. But that explains why you just strutted into the horns. I'm afraid I'll have to take action. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know I'm the quartermaster here. Now state your business. And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see.
I got this pin from a friend. I assume you know what it means?
Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he?
We got shipwrecked on the way, but he could have made it.
If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves only the captain. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one.
Well, that's good.
Fortunately for
Nice
me,
compliment.
this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to. Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home.
Ninian is dead. He asked me to bring you this.
Ninian. I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag?
He wasn't taken by the Red Death. The Red Priest tortured him in the island asylum.
Tortured? In the asylum? You can't expect me to take that at face value. Brother Riagan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him...
It was a misunderstanding. The Red Priest caught the wrong person. I don't know if I should tell him about King Arthur. That seems crazy.
I'm sorry this happened to you. Still, you have to understand. Now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death.
I spoke with Beatrice. Her husband is locked in a cage in the village.
I knew we'd have to deal with this sooner or later. Time isn't exactly on our side. Mahone's condition worsens with each passing night. It's hard for me to admit, but nobody, including myself, really knows what's going on. Maybe a fresh perspective is exactly what we need. If you find any clues, follow them. I'm only interested in the details, and ideally, the solutions.
I found a piece of metal with an encryption. Do you know what it is?
That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back.
Ooh, I have some tags. 100 coins, nice. I have another tag.
You know where to find me if you come across any more.
300, nice. I talked to Orlaith. Why can't she leave this place?
That's between her and the captain. Were it up to me, she'd be long gone. Her presence here distracts my men.
Is there anything I can help you with?
We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there.
Okay, another quest. Who's Marg?
He's our huntsman. He keeps us stocked with meat, so the lads don't have to live on fish alone. They get pretty grumpy when that happens. Right now, Marg is the only other person who's allowed to leave the keep. I'm not about to risk the life of our last link to the outside world, especially when you're so eager to lend a hand.
Do you have any ideas what might be causing this?
There is a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter? Slaughter?
Dark druid.
Slaughter, that was it. He was a necromancer
So a little
rumored
boss
to
fight.
be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. It's quite an old legend, though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this.
Can you tell me more about the cemetery?
It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the Horns of the South. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there. But after the flood, it's been pretty much abandoned.
The flood?
Yeah, damn druids. They flooded a village of innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. Fat lot of good it did them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they could do were unnatural.
Where is the cemetery?
It's not far, and it's hard to miss. But honestly, I'd suggest you go see Marg first. You don't really know what you're walking into, so if I were you, I'd try to learn as much as possible beforehand.
You didn't send any of your own men to investigate?
The captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't. And truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. We don't get many recruits, and you're, well,
disposable?
your words, not mine.
Alright, I'll do that.
Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem.
I'm actually here for Excalibur.
Excalibur? You want to pull it out?
Oh, yeah, we were going to pull out the
That's
sword.
a good one. Well, be my guest. If you think you can, go ahead. But unless you're King Arthur reborn, I wouldn't count on it.
About that. What exactly are you responsible for here?
I'm Captain Brandon's right hand. He deals with the serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our everyday life.
Can you tell me more about the village?
There are a few retired keepers living there. They might tell you about the good old days if you ask them nicely. There are also some refugees from north of the island, since we had nowhere else to put them. I don't really know much about what's going on in that place. I just make sure they have everything they need, more or less. You can always go see for yourself.
Refugees?
People fleeing from bandits, from the weirdness, you name it. I wasn't exaggerating when I said we were the last beacon of hope this far south. For these people, we are. Don't know how many more we can take, but that's a problem for another time.
So what's the story behind the flooded village near the Horns?
It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it.
Is there anything interesting left there?
Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know. Ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he
Marg
just
knows
sits there all
everything.
day instead of hunting. No wonder we've been eating nothing but fish.
So you just abandoned it?
What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea.
Drowners.
We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Marg, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want.
Sounds like Marg knows pretty much everything about everything. If you know Orden's a drunk, why do you keep stationing him at the front gate? That's a good question.
He's not our first line of defense. The archers are. Every man here needs to have a job. And no offense to Odrin, but let's just say we can afford to lose him.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Having a drunk guard at the front gate is not a very good look, that's true.
I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult.
Tell me about this place.
Fine then. This is the keep. Anyone sworn in as a keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them. You're allowed to walk around the keep and the village, but if anyone catches you stealing, I'll take your hands. If you attack any of my men, I'll take your head. That enough for you?
I'd like to speak with the captain.
Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain. But that's not happening anytime soon.
Why?
Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters?
Yeah.
There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there?
The pin should tell you I've got some friends in high places.
So what?
Let me see the captain or else. I don't know if I want to do that. Let me save just in case. He seems amused. Just tell me where he is.
And have you helped any of my people? Or are you just here to wave that pin in my face again?
Okay, tit for tat.
First, show me you care. And then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random stray wasting his time. Not now, when the outcome of the war with its tribes is so precarious.
I get it. I help
trust
you.
We understand each other?
You'll help me. Clear as day. First the work, then the audience.
Good. Come back when you've proven your worth to the Horns of the South.
So the cemetery
Then
stuff.
we'll
We gotta go
talk.
talk to Marg. But first...
If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
First, let's go ahead and pull the sword out. Where was it? I think we have to go up here. Or is this it? No, that's not it. That's the axe. There it is. Let's pull it out. That's a huge sword.
This feeling, it was so strong, so real. I remember now, the weight of it, the power. This blade was never just steel. It was a part of me.
So Excalibur holds a piece of your soul.
Yes, the sensation is unmistakable, but it carries more than my soul. It carries a part of my legacy.
Why can't I draw the sword?
A sword like that, it doesn't yield easily. It demands strength of body and of will. You'll need to grow stronger before it will choose you.
Got it. Another goal to meet. Let's go ahead and talk to Arthur. Tell me about Excalibur.
It's more than a sword. It's a promise. A blade that stands for unity, for strength, and for hope. It wasn't just mine. It belonged to Avalon. Every swing, every battle was fought for the land and its people. But Excalibur is also a burden. It demands more than just skill. It demands purpose. Without that, then it is just steel.